everyone. So today I decided that I was going to try and film the Disney book tag. Now I think this was first filmed by P Book Buddy, and I'll link his video in the description. If it wasn't him, I'm so sorry. I'm kind of new to this, but I think it's him. Anyway, I have my setup. I have my Winnie the Pooh and my Mickey and Minnie getting married. I'm wearing my Mickey the Mouse hoodie. I have my coffee ready. And yeah, so I'm going to get started. So it's a few different questions about Disney and then it relates them to books. So the first question is, what is your favorite Disney movie? Could you have asked a harder question? I love all the Disney movies. I really, it's so hard to decide. But some of my favorites, this one doesn't relate to a book, so I don't have to pick out different ones. I have them all written down on my little notebook. So my favorites that I thought of and thought, right, those are my favorites. The Rescuers, the little mice that save other animals. Spirit the horse with the Bryan Adams soundtrack. Oh, I love that. Winnie the Pooh. I was obsessed with Winnie the Pooh as a kid. I refused to go to school unless my dad promised me he would record it, and that was back when it was VHS, like the big black cassette tapes. Hocus Pocus. The witches are just so sassy. I love them. And then I also love Oliver and Company, mostly because of the soundtrack. It's just amazing. Don't worry, why should I care? Anyway, question 2. Who is your favourite heroine and her book counterpart? Now I had to think long and hard about this. I like all the heroines, but then I kind of prefer the more recent ones because they're more independent and I don't need no man, I don't need a man. So I like Pocahontas, even though she's not that new. I like Rapunzel, but my favourite has to be Anna. She's just so clumsy but loving and I'm so clumsy. I will fall over thin air. And I just love her. And as her book counterpart, I picked Grace Brisbane from Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. Stiefvater? I think she's German. Anyway, she's really pretty and doesn't know it. And she's just clumsy, but she's very caring. And then she also has the thing, he's in love with her and she doesn't know it. So, I love it. And if you want to hear more about these books, just let me know and I can give a quick description, or you can just look it up on Goodreads. You probably don't need me. The third question is favorite hero and their book counterpart. So I have a confession. It's very embarrassing. And when I was little, I had a crush on Robin Hood. And yes, I do mean the animated version where Robin Hood is a fox. I was a weird kid. I also had a crush on Mickey Mouse for years, but we won't go into that. So yeah, I love Robin Hood, fighting for good. He doesn't have to, but he decides to, and he was just such a knight in shining armor, even though he wasn't really. And as his book counterpart, I've picked Percy Jackson. I love the Percy Jackson series. As you can see, my book's a little bit beaten up because I've read it so many times. And I have the whole series up there on my shelf. And I think he's just great. He doesn't have to fight. Well, he kind of does in some cases, but he wants to fight for good and he wants to do it. He's not really gaining much except saving the world for everybody else. So yeah, Percy Jackson. Your favorite love interest and their book counterpart? Again, Frozen. I am a sucker for Kristoff. I think he's just my type. He's just the really cute, the big brown eyes and the sweet, gentle, kind of, not embarrassed, I can't think of the word now, kind of shy maybe, and vulnerable, but at the same time he tries not to show that, and I love that. And also he's in love with her and doesn't tell her because he thinks that she's in love with someone else. And for his book counterpart, I have picked Adam from Dead Kiss. I don't know his surname in Dead Kiss. Anyway, Adam is in love with Phoebe, and she's in love with, well, not in love with, but she's interested in a zombie. Yeah, it's a good book by Daniel Waters. This, I think, is books one and two in one, so it's a binder. Yeah, so I really love this book. I fell in love with the character of Adam. He's so sweet and gentle, even though he's such a huge guy, and he's just, I love him. Least favorite character? I'm gonna have to say Jafar. Jafar just creeps me out. The little wiggly beard thing. Ugh. No, I don't like him. I really don't like him. So for him, I have picked. I have his name. Pete Gordon from The Ninth Judgment. And The Ninth Judgment by James Patterson is part of the Women's Murder Club series. And Pete Gordon is, he's an ex special forces, and then he turns into a murderer who specializes in killing young mothers and their children that are under the age of 1. You can, I don't think Jafar's that bad. I mean, Disney couldn't do something that bad because it wouldn't be PG. It wouldn't be like accepted for kids, but yeah, he really freaks me out. Favorite villain? Here it was a bit of a tie. I love sassy villains, so my favourites are Ursula from Little Mermaid and Hades from Hercules. In the end, I went with Hades. He's just so evil, but I don't think he's that evil. I think he has a good side. Like, it wasn't his fault he got stuck with the underworld. And he's just sassy, and I love him. He's just smart, and he's kind of evil, but then he also has a little bit of mercy as well. And for that, I picked Artemis Fowl by Owen Colfer. Again, the book speaking up. I've read this so many times, and I love him. He's like a 12-year-old genius, and he's after what he wants, and nothing's going to stop him. But then, like, as the series progresses, you see he kind of changes, and he kind of thinks a bit more about other people. Finally, the last question is, which book would you want animated? Like, which book would you want Disney to choose to animate? And this was a hard question. But I tried to go for one that's kind of Disney style. They could make it Disney style. So I picked Ghost Girl by Tonya Hurley, which is about a young girl who's kind of a nobody. And then one year she decides she's going to be popular. She's going to get in with the popular crowd. She's going to date the hot guy, and she's going to do this. And her first day back at school, she chokes on a gummy bear and dies. Okay, so I was just watching back what I filmed, and I realized that I didn't actually explain what happens after she chokes on the gummy bear and dies. So, as you can probably tell from the title, she comes back as a ghost, and it's like she tries to carry on with her plan of trying to become popular, and she's trying to still live in the real world when her place is in the world of the dead, and it's very funny. It's not grim, it's just very funny. So I think it would be really cool if they did like a hybrid, like live action, so you'd have the real actors and then have like animated actors as well, kind of like Roger Rabbit kind of thing. I think it would be really cool, and they could make it really funny, and the love part, and this, I think it'd be really cool. And that is it. I'm not going to tag anyone. I think this one, like, nobody tagged me for this. So I think I'm going to tag all the new booktubers that haven't been tagged yet and really want to be tagged. So yeah, that's all for now, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. I was barking and howling outside my window. I just played the video back. You can't hear the howling, unfortunately, but it was so good. It was brilliant. I've never heard anything like it.